just stand before you for a couple of minutes and open the church doors and just have you a song ready. The Lord is good, and I'm thankful to be here. It's been everyone that has stood, I feel, has been blessed. And, I'm just the last few days, I just keep feeling so thankful. And I know that the kids probably get sick of hearing me talk about it. Friday, we kind of sat down a little bit and we talked about what happened on that day, over 2,000 years ago. The man that gave up everything, that had everything, that's been there from the beginning. But he knew that there was no peace for me and for this world. That we were a fallen world. And that, I just think about the revelation that old John saw when he was standing there and he was looking at him. And he said, and the one that sat upon the throne, and he had the book in his right hand. And he asked the question to all the angels and the elders sitting there, that who's worthy enough to open the book here that I hold in my hand? And and old John said he just looked around there, and they looked at one another, and it said they searched all of heaven and all of the earth there, and there wasn't one not found worthy enough. And it said they weep there, and they began to cry, and old John said he began to cry there. Oh, how is there none that are worthy enough here? And he said, as he was crying there, you know what? I bet there was something going on back down home here, because at that time the elder, he stood up and said, don't weep and don't worry, the Lion of the tribe of Judah has just prevailed against the world here. Oh, Dad, you were talking about the 15th chapter of Corinth there, when old Paul was talking to him, and he looked at him and said, the very last thing that my Lord did was overcome the world, and he took death in his hand, and he conquered it. When we die in this world, why my old body is going to lay down in an old grave somewhere. Why, but my Father, we set it up so there's a piece of me that's going to live forever. The breath that he breathed down in Adam there, when he breathed, why a living soul became, and that's me today. Why, there's a piece of me that's going to live forever in this world. Why, I love to hear about old Mary. She was always the one that was coming, just seeking the Lord in a spiritual way. It seemed like about more than anyone else there, and here she come one more time, down to the tomb there on that third and appointed day. I don't think any of them truly understood what the Lord was doing, she was bringing flowers and all of these things down to the tomb, and she found that old stone rolled away, and she looked down inside that old tomb, and there were two little angels sitting there on the bed where Jesus laid, one where his head was and one where his foot was, and who do you think they were waiting on there? My Lord, he didn't roll away the stone for his own benefit. He didn't move that old rock so that he could walk out. He moved it so I could walk in. So that there would be a way for me to come home one day, because like old Paul said, if we die here on this world and that's the end, I don't have anything to worry about. But what about what if this world is wrong and we are right and the Lord is true and every man is a liar? Then one of these days he's coming back like he promised us. One more time, we're living in the last days here. Why? Just look around you. You get a whole lot of joy out of the things of this world. We can stack up. Why? As much as we can here naturally, so we can chase every dollar and everything here in this world. When I was a 16-year-old boy, I was living in sinful ways, and it seemed like I would live to impress my friends, my papa, whatever the sport was that was on, that's what I would play. I was the captain of 3 different sports teams in high school. I was the president of the student council. I was the vice president of our student class. I carried a top 5 GPA in our school. I did a lot of things to make me feel important, and I could put on a good show for so many people. I could get a new outfit and wear it around them and say, look at me. And once they've seen it one time, it ain't so good anymore. And there's something else down inside. I would go home at night and go down in my basement and just think, I'm all alone now. I've got no one here to impress. And the Lord would speak to me and say, you can run from me and you can push me away when there's so much noise out in the world here. But when you get down and you're all alone, I'm still right here speaking to you. You see, he opened it up for the whole world.
Amen.
Why he came. And I love when he was talking through Isaiah there, and he told them, he said, remember ye not the former things, neither consider the things of old, for behold, I will do a new thing, and it'll spring forth. And when the Lord, and he came here and he said, behold, I make all things new here in this world. You see, there's only one time when I've ever felt that void down inside of me full. It wasn't anything through school. It wasn't anything through work in this world or sports or anything. It was when I found my father in my basement bedroom crying on account of my sin. Lord, forgive me, God. I don't deserve anything in this world. I think about, get you the song ready. God is good. There's a lot of words in this book that we could preach, but the Spirit, He holds on to us. You see, it makes me think about a story I read just a little while back about the very last person that was saved from the Trade Center bombing that happened. I just don't know why it was on my heart, but I thought about it this morning. And this old person, she worked on about the 65th floor of that thing, and said she felt it begin to rumble when the plane hit, and they all ran to the window, and looked outside, and she saw fire falling, and debris falling down past her window, and she said people began to yell and scream and run for the elevators and run for everything. And she said a voice come over the intercom trying to calm them down. I said, everyone, why there's an emergency and we're not sure, but everything's gonna be alright. Just remain calm. And she said, only her and about 10 others stayed there, and everyone pushed for the exits, but it didn't take too long. When they went into the break room on the TV, and she said, it was the weirdest thing. I knew it was the building that I was in, and I could see smoke coming from it and fire on the TV, and I couldn't see nothing up above me. So she said, I headed for the stairwell, knowing that I was one of the last ones out. And she said, why she had an old praying mom, and she said she pushed it away when she moved to New York there. She knew that she had a mom praying somewhere for her, and those things, the thought came to her mind as she was coming down. She said, they got to about the 15th floor, when it all caved in on them and took them down a great long fall. And she said, she landed somewhere, and she didn't even know where she was. Columns had fallen on her, and she said, I was trapped and couldn't move, and nobody could hear me scream. There was dust everywhere. Why she said, why she could see just a little tiny speck of light, and that began to fade, and she said, it must be dark outside, and she said, she waited there, and as she waited there, the thought came to her mind, what would my mom do right now? And she said, my mom would have prayed before it got to this point. My mom wouldn't have waited until the very last minute to pray. She would have prayed when she woke up this morning, and she would have prayed when she came to work that day. But she said, well, I'll do whatever I can now. And she began to pray just a little bit. She said she didn't really know how. She was thinking about her mom and all of these things that she was going to miss, all the physical things, because we're going to leave this world one day, and one by one our seats will be empty, and we'll miss each other, naturally so. But there's something that's a greater promise that my father left behind. He knew when he went into that tomb that we'd miss him, that his disciples, they'd be crushed, and this world would laugh at them. He tried to tell them that was going to happen. And why she said, why this old lady, she began to shout a little bit. Nobody could hear her. And she said, it started to get daylight again. And she thought it must be daytime. And she said, I'd prayed all night, and I hadn't passed out. I thought I should be dead. I couldn't move my legs. I couldn't move my head. It was trapped under everything. But she said finally, she said, I cried, by reason of mine affliction I cried, and the Lord, He heard me. She said, I called to the Lord and said, Father, I realize that this is my end, that I'm going to leave this world, and I just want to be home with you one of these days. She gave it all up there, and she said, why, right about as soon as she did that, she heard somebody come walking in, and she hollered out and said, is somebody there? And a man's voice called and said, why, I'm here. My name is Paul. And he said, she had a little hand that was sticking out, and she just raised it up, and he come walking over and grabbed her hand and said, it's all right. Why, they're going to come and they're going to get you out of here. It wasn't too much longer, and the firemen come and they pulled her out and put her on a stretcher, why? And they began to take her out of there, and they carried her on, to a little ambulance there, and they took her to a hospital, and her family come, and her mom was there, and they were praying. And the firemen come to her and asked her about her story. She had been in there over 48 hours. She was stuck in that thing. And she was the very last person that they pulled out. And she said, can you tell me which one of you here is Paul? And they looked at her and said, there's no one named Paul. Why, ain't any of our firemen around here, and none of our rescues quads. Nobody's name is Paul. And she said, well, he grabbed a hold of my hand when I was down at my end and told me that everything was going to be all right. And she said, it may not have been Paul in this world, but my Father who knows where I am, like old Samson when he was down, or old Jonah in the bottom of the ocean, in that great dish. I cried by reason of my affliction, and the Lord, He heard me.
That's right.
Just like when I was 16 years old. There has to be a point where you hit.
That's right.
When you cry with everything that you got. Lord, just take it all away and take me home to heaven. That's what it takes. You go ahead and sing. The Lord, He come. He come, and the whole reason that He came was that we would lay His life down, that He would come out of the grave victorious for us. When He talked to them old preachers that went to the town next door to try to tell them what had happened, and He said, what manner, what are you looking for? What are you looking at? Why are you weeping? What's the matter? And they said, don't you know what's happened? That our King Jesus has been killed and crucified. And Jesus has told them, oh, ye of little faith, I told you this is what was going to happen.
That's right.
And I told you, I gotta go and I prepare a place for you. Because if I don't go, then you can never come.